Hello everyone, a very good evening to everyone. I hope you all are fine and doing well. So in today's class, we are going to discuss some more MCQs, questions, numericals of BFM. I hope the previous classes are good and you understanding the things. So let's start with the class. Just a second only. Okay, the question is saying that credit risk mitigation as per Basel III, Popular Bank is granted loan of 15 crore to XYZ Limited, which is repayable over 5 years. This credit rating of the company is B. The value of collateral in the account is rupees 15 crore in the form of unrated bonds, which is issued by another bank, but with a residual maturity of 5 years. As per the RBI guidelines, the risk weight of a loan to a B-rated borrower is 75%. Now, the haircut on such bond is 10% and haircut for such exposure is 2%. So, answer the question. What is the value of collateral security after the prescribed haircut? What is the value of collateral security after the prescribed haircut? So let's see the solution for this question. Here we have to calculate the value of collateral. For this, simple, we have to use the formula. Which formula? Let me tell you how to solve this question. Here we have given, what we have given? We have given loan exposure amount, that is of rupees 15 crore, right? Then collateral value is given, which is rupees 15 crore. Now haircut on collateral is given, that is 10%. Haircut on exposure is given, which is 2%. So what is the formula here for adjusted collateral value? So it is collateral value multiply by 1 minus haircut on collateral divide by 1 plus haircut on exposure. Got it? So just put the values now. 15 crore one minus 10% divide by 1 plus 2%. So let's calculate this, and this is equals to just take the 15 from this. We will put 0 after the calculation to make the calculation easy. Here 1 minus 0.90, and here 1 plus 2% means 1.02. So it is equals to 13 point near about 13.90, or just let me calculate this. Okay, 13.5 divided by 1.20, which is equals to 13.235 crore, and we rounded off it to the option. So here we get the answer is 13.50 crore. So this is the answer. Loan amount, collateral value, haircut on collateral, haircut on exposure. Just with the help of formula, we got our answer. Got it? So what is the value of net exposure after credit risk mitigation, taking into account the collateral security with the prescribed haircut? Here we have to find the value of net exposure after credit risk mitigation, which is taking into account the collateral security with the prescribed haircut. See, for this, again everything is given, and we have to put the formula. We already calculated this adjusted collateral, which is equals to 13.235 crore, means 13.50 crore, right? Now net exposure is equals to loan exposure minus adjusted collateral. So that is 15 minus 13.50 crore. So here we get near about 13 1.5 crore. So this is the answer. So this is the way to calculate the net exposure, where loan exposure is uh, subtracting the adjusted collateral, and the answer is here. What is the value of risk-weighted assets after credit risk mitigation based on the collateral security? What is the value of risk-weighted assets after credit risk mitigation is based on the collateral security? Risk-weighted assets. Simple. As per the RBI guidelines, the risk weight for such type of loan is 75%, right? And the haircut for such type of exposure is 2%. Now the haircut of Collateral being 10%, so the value of collateral is 13.50 crore. Net exposure is 1.50 crore. So with a 75%, the value of RWA is 1.50 crore multiplied by 75%, which is equals to rupees 1.125 crore. So this is the answer, that is rupees 1.125 crore. Option D is correct. Got it? How to calculate the value of risk weighted assets? The one-day value at risk of a portfolio is 7,50,000 with a 99% confidence level. Now, in a period of 1 year, how many times may the loss on the portfolio exceed this 7,50,000? There is one-day value of risk of portfolio is given with a 99% confidence level. In a period of 1 year, where 250 days are working days, how many times the loss on the portfolio exceed 7,50,000? How can we calculate here? See, one day value at risk is given at rupees 7,50,000 at 99% confidence, means there is only 1% chance that the loss will exceed this rupees 75,000 on any given day. Total days are given 250. Probability of loss is 1%, which is 0.01. So expected number of days with loss exceeding 7,50,000 is 250 multiplied 0.01, which is 2.5 days. So approximately that is equals to 3 days. So the correct answer is option A, that is 3 days. Simple. Next question. There is a company who estimates there is a 10% chance of an event occurring, which would result in a loss of $1 million. $1 million. So what is the expected loss for this event? What is the expected loss for this event? How to calculate the expected loss? See, for this, simple, there is a formula of the expected loss, which is probability of event multiplied by loss if event occurs. So probability is 0.10 and loss of event is about 1 million, which is equals to 1 lakh. So the answer is 1 lakh here. Simple. With the use of formula, here we can easily find out the expected loss for this event. Now, bank that is having a loan portfolio of worth dollar 100 million. Now, the historical default rate is similar, loans that is 2%. If the bank expects a loss given default of 50% on defaulted loans, so what is the expected credit loss for the bank loan portfolio? See, we have to find the expected credit loss, which is equals to exposure at default multiply by probability of default multiply by loss given default. So here 100 million multiply by 0.022%, that is exposure at default. Then here loss given default is 50%, so 0.50, which is equals to this 1 million. So the correct answer is $1 million. So the real game is played by the formulas. If we know the formulas, we can easily solve the questions of the BFM. Got it? Let's move to the next question. If the RWA risk-weighted assets for credit risk are 100 crore, RWA for market risk are 50 crore, and RWA for operational risk are 20 crore. So what is the total RWA? So total risk weight assets is equals to risk weight asset for credit risk, risk weight assets for market risk, and risk weight assets for operational risk. So it is 100 crore plus 50 crore plus 20 crore. So it is equals to 170 crore. The answer is option D. Let's do the total sum of risk, credit risk, market risk, and operational risk. Now 4 questions are given. We have to find out the questions which were given, were asked in the question. In this tier 1, tier 2 capital is given, risk weighted for credit risk is given, capital charge for market risk is given, capital charge for operational risk is given, minimum CRAR value is given. First question is asking, calculate the risk weighted asset for operational risk using the given capital charges. Okay, so how to calculate this? Let me tell you. there is a formula of risk weighted asset, which is capital charge divided by minimum CRAR. So it is capital charges 300 crore and minimum CRAR is 9%, so 0.09. That is equals to 3,333 crore. This is the answer here. What is the total RWA? See, total RWA, very simple. In total risk weight assets, we need to sum the RWAs, which is given for credit risk, market risk, operational risk. Credit risk, if I check, for the credit risk, it is given near about 10,000 crore. Right? Capital charge for market risk is given rupees 500 crore. Capital charge for operational risk is given, that is 300 crore. So minimum CRAR is given 9%. Now calculate the RWA for market risk, which is 500 divided by 0.09. That is 555.56 crore. RWA for operational risk, which is already calculated. Now total 10,000 crore. Market risk, which is equals to 18,888.89 crore. So option C is correct. Then next question is asking the capital, tier 1 capital CRAR. So this will be calculated as tier 1 capital divide by total RWA multiply by 100. So 1000 divided by 18,889 multiply by 100, which is equals to approx 5.29%. Now calculate the CRAR here. How to calculate the CRAR? There is a formula for CRAR where we have to add tier 1 capital, then we have to add tier 2 capital divided by total RWAs, then multiply by 100. So tier 1 capital is 1000 and tier 2 capital is 1200 crore. And total risk weight asset we calculated 18,889, which is equals to 2200 divided by 18,889 multiply by 100, which is approximately equal to 11.65%. So this is the answer here. Got it? So in today's class, we have seen some numericals related to the calculation of total risk weight assets, Tier 1 CRAR, risk weight asset for operational risk, and some calculation of EAD, expected loss, value at risk, and also the haircut question. So just we are covering everything related to our concepts. I hope that you are practicing. If you need any help, you can ask me. So let's wrap this class today, and tomorrow let's see some more questions. Till then, take care everyone and have a good day all. Thank you.